be doing that much commentating because I'm actually watching now as well, so I'm having a good time.
Frosty can't win that battle against Dead Zone, but he's got some coverage there courtesy of World 2. See across the field. A lot of players just falling here off the respawn screen. And things slow down again.
I'm actually running two things at the same time. So on my MacBook, I'm running.
In a situation like that towards Util, he would have stayed Util if he had grenades to punish.
They're running the same.
But the fact that he didn't have grenades.
Drops though. You get different drops from these guys, but they're running the same thing. I'm running LVT Halo. This is the actual Halo channel, but LVT Halo is actually running the same thing. I guess it's like how you have ESPN and then Sports Center and TSN and all that. So far, what have I got so far? Let me show you guys what I got so far. Let me show you guys what I got so far.
Lay down shots and get that suppression fire out of the way. But here it is, just.
Man, I know this cat, because why would you talk to me then? I'm trying to get my hair.
So far, make sure I don't got no porn up here. I've gotten the Halo World Championship trophy.
Look, I told you I'm pulling in ends, but you want to go out and geek with your friends. I'm not your
Halo World Championship trophy, Halo World Championship weapons, charm, or weapons, just weapons in general, I guess. Oh, they actually gave us weapons. Sick. I need, what, 2 more hours before I can get the armor that they give you. The weapons that they got from before, I think I showed it off the other day, but the first weapons pack was actually really sick. And then on LVT Halo, I'm just getting a hit render Spartan ID. What does that mean? Oh, okay, it's just a Spartan ID and then some armor coatings. But I'm more excited for the weapon, the Halo World Championship armor. Killionaire Charm is going to be fun too. If you're wondering how to do this, you got to connect your Twitch channel to your Halo Waypoint channel. I had to search up a whole tutorial, but once you connect it to your Halo Waypoint, you actually have to go to a section in Halo Waypoint that's called, I guess, I don't even know what it's called. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna cap. Okay, now it's working. Last time I had to go, I think I had to reconnect my account. That's why. But if it's not working for you, the drops, Twitch account is connected to your Halo Waypoint account. Once you connect those accounts, search up a little tutorial how to claim your Halo Waypoint information, and then just go to Halo support, go to step 2, it'll say how to discover and claim drops on Twitch. You click on this little, no. Twitch Drops Redemption page. You go to the Twitch Drops Redemption page on Halo Waypoint, and then you'll get it. I don't know where it is in here. Like, I don't know why. Maybe you press Halo Infinite? Content browser, Halo. See, like, I don't know why they make it so rewards. Maybe it's under rewards. Okay, scratch all of that. Connect your Twitch to your Halo Waypoint. On Halo Waypoint, go to games, press Halo Infinite, scroll down to rewards, click rewards. Never mind. Just do what I said the first time. I don't know why they make it so challenging to get it, but yeah, that's what I had to do. I had to just literally search up in Google how to search up how to claim Halo Twitch drops, and then you'll be able to be redirected to the Halo Twitch drops page where you can claim it if it's not working for you at the time. I don't know why it's so confusing, but it is.
So many top players here in Halo. These last few quads.
I agree.
Everyone can win. That's the nature of competition.
I agree.
We are the green wall.
Tournament.
Optic is more of like an Irish thing, right?
Lucid signs. There was that one.
I don't want to be racist. I'm pretty sure they're Irish or something. Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're Irish or something.
You know, fandom's picking up over here, folks. All right. Let's see what ends up happening here. Remember, as I record for FaZe Clan on this map in game mode, specifically. On the other
We missed the
side,
tail end of that,
Optic
so there was
Gaming is
a
right now at
little
8-0.
bit of a. Can I go
It's
back?
good. Don't get me wrong, it's good.
Nah, fuck
but
it.
It ain't 8-0, and that just goes to show that whatever's working for FaZe Clan on this map, it has been.
Optic won it. Fuck. All right, FaZe usually does well on Slayer. FaZe actually is
Nobody diving in into
way
the
better
game.
than
Sometimes
Optic
you
on
see a
on
quick
paper
rush
when it comes to
there's
Slayer.
gonna be a
And
trade
there we
of
go.
melees, but that's just
Point
gonna
in
be
case,
walking away
Renegade.
with a sliver of
I'm fucking
health.
with Renegade right now.
Frosty walking with camo. Now he's got pretty much one big push with this. As we've seen, game slows down enough that you don't get multiple pushes with camo at this point. And he backs out. He knows there's a player one shot in there, but he does not want to go 1-for-1 with his camo.
He's got to be careful. Oh, look at that. Pre-firing the ledge with green gun.
Why is there a comment? Housewife 444. Hello.
That was crazy.
Feels like the camo should be an advantage, but these players are getting hunted down here in Seattle with this camo. Both Seattle and Salt Lake City. Camos
Smart too.
have been a danger, an endangered species out here on the Halo maps of Recharge.
I was going to say, though, it's really smart for him to grab the plasma pistol in that one. High rate of fire. You can just continuously throw shots out. And on top of that, it does a
Yeah,
decent
Optic
amount
got
of damage to the shield.
clapped by
So that was all
Space
overall
Station.
just a really smart way to shut down that camo play. But here's the thing, though, Dave. While all that's been going on, FaZe still continue to maintain this lead. They have 3 up presently. And hey, if you're Optic Gaming, where are those gaps going to be present? Because look at how FaZe are spread across the map.
Based on this timing, we're going to see this one go to the time limit, the way these teams are playing it. Also, only 3 shots left here. Renegade Shock Rifle. Let's see how he decides to play this one. Looks like he just wants to reposition. He hears the push come in over towards elevator side and wants to have nothing to do with that. He doesn't want to put himself in a position, even though these players are skilled enough that they can hit those no-scopes, they can hit those close shots. They do that when necessary. They do that when they feel like they have to take up more ground, when they have a higher risk versus reward benefit. But they're not just doing that
So good.
just for the sake of getting a random kill.
That was so good. Well played there by Renegade. He saw that player dip down from Whirlpool. He had the help.
I learned this jump, that jump that Renegade did, I learned it just from these guys. I started doing that in matches and it actually helps.
Like they took a page out of Optic's book from that first game there. You know what I mean?
Renegade.
Good trade.
Remake that a double kill to close that one out. 3-kill lead here when they had Shock Rifle on their side. Now, who is going to get control of Pipes and this next Shock Rifle is going to be the real question. Seems like it's going to be highly contested. Formal kind of sandwiched here. I expect Formal to die in the kill feed there. Yes, he does. He falls in a trade against Renegade. So that means FaZe are going to have control of Pipes and more likely to get this next Shock Rifle here coming up.
Thing is, I think I see Frosty. I think he might have grabbed it.
It couldn't have popped up that quick, right?
I think he did because I just saw him on the ledge. But I might be wrong on that one. We'll go and maybe jump over to his screen a little. But you're probably right on that one, Dave.
Yeah.
And in case he's in that position, he's in a perfect spot to be able to grab it.
Yeah, we will find out here shortly, but just knowing that player's nearby, I heard those loud footsteps. Lucid somehow going to turn that around with a commando.
Sometimes the plasma pistol and that sound just kind of throws you off a little bit when you have that charge. I couldn't even hear where Lucid ran to.
All right, we got Shock Rifle in the hands of Formal. Now we got ourselves a tie game as well. So we saw that FaZe were able to pull off a lead with Renegade Spree and Renegade getting that Shock Rifle. Now what are they going to do with this in the hands of Formal? Looks like they're just going to take it right out of his hands. Almost getting that second kill there.
2 down
Snake
for
Bite
Optic Gaming.
stopping that Shock Rifle from being able to get established in any faraway position.
Yeah, this has certainly been a bit of a challenge, Dave, for Optic Gaming to get back into this. They're so close, though, from being able to do so. But Renegade's hitting some shots. Let's actually jump over to the other side of the field. Go over to Optic Gaming and here listen in with the green wall and see how they're going to fight on this one and come back into this series.
Oh, good trade, I think. Yeah, good trade, good trade, good trade. Bro, a 3-point game can easily turn into like a 10-point lead for Optic, so I just want FaZe to hold on to this lead and fight together. Everybody wins their 1v1s, make sure that they don't push any group fights. I see Lucid a lot on YouTube. I see a lot of his YouTube videos, so I respect him too, but you gotta go with the team that has Canadians on it, right? You gotta go with the team that has Canadians on it.
All you doing? We should hit gold. We should hit gold right now, Zane. We should hit gold right now.
Shot top, we're hitting it, guys. Got him. Nice. 2, 3, 3, 3. There's a grapple down top A. There's grapple down.
I'm back in long on. I'm back in long on. I think he's in bad ledge or something.
I think they
Reset,
Yo, sponsor buy, guys. Sponsor buy.
He has shot
reset.
glass. He's big guard.
Where's he going?
Caution. He's just sitting caution in the corner.
Caution.
He's going long on now. He's still going long with shock.
Yeah, I can't
Going
go. There's
sneaky.
watching me.
Sneaky right now. Sneaky right now.
Nice spot, man.
Nice.
I'm pushing A, bro.
Wait.
Okay.
I'm coming. Yes, we can. I'm coming.
Dios.
All the way out.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce that.
Top tower, row 2. Top tower, row 2.
That's the turbine.
Bottom A, kill me. Yeah, he killed me. Nice, get out, Tommy.
Man said, let's go
Get out,
Optic.
get out.
Optic losing right now. I hope they lose.
Top academy.
I mean, I really do hope they lose.
Trying to get out long.
I'm trying to see FaZe versus Space Station
Just
Gaming.
like the Jordan Peele movie, you hear him say, "Get out!" as he's going near elevator.
What's wrong with this
He also-
nigga?
During those comms,
What's wrong with this
how
cracker?
they wanted to hit gold. He said, "Hey, we're a long haul. There's a distraction over towards elevator."
He said, "Get out."
Let's hit long or gold right now. And those are some of those coordinated pushes that players are either going to say, "I'm going to help and cross map to try to help my teammates that are over on the opposite fight," or we're just going to roll through and start a brand new fight that the other team is not expecting.
Yeah, and also another thing that I had noticed too is every single time Optic wanted to set up a trap play or something that could maybe get them 2 kills and then they could build some momentum off of that, someone from FaZe kind of sniffs it out. In that instance, it was Dead Zone parked inside of the corner, actually right where Lucid is right now, and then Snakebite just peppering him with shots. Had that player who pushed long haul actually committed to that push, actually could have looked way different. That being said, though, you still have FaZe with this advantage that they've held on the entire time, Dave, but this camo could be the difference.
Look at this, just being a quick scout. They know Camo's got to be on the outskirts here, but Pipes can be a difficult spot to push in. One nade can change.
I wonder if they have friendly fire in this. I can't remember.
A FaZe all stuck in the corner
If they do it like
what do they do to get out
like
this?
ranked.
It looks like they just hold the angle together.
I wouldn't be
and
surprised,
fight,
like, it would
and
make
nobody from
sense.
Optic wants to overextend
But there's a
into
lot of
that
nades that
The
just
fact that
pop
FaZe
off
in
and then
that
you never see
instance,
nothing.
Every player just weak, blinking, and nothing had connected there.
Oh, he got stuck on the respawn, but he's cooking him. Lucid ain't doing shit to Renegade, boy. Do the Renegade, boy.
Extra grenades. You'll see when the
Come
game
on.
goes down.
Yeah. Let's go, boy.
Plasma
Let's
grenades.
go, boy. Let's see what you. Let's go, boy.
All that different extra-
Come on, boy. This boy just went on a killing spree. This cracker
We
crazy.
didn't make mention before of FaZe's success on this game mode, this map and game mode specifically, so this isn't all that shocking to see from FaZe, but it is impressive how they just continue to keep ahead from Optic Gaming from start to practically
Renegade
finish
invited
where
to
we
the
are toward
cookout.
late game here.
Renegade is
Honestly,
invited to the
thinking through,
cookout.
like, past games here on Recharge, I just think of so many standoff situations back when Renegade was on SSG.
Yeah, there's
You saw
friendly
so many
fire.
times where
Careful with
he would
that nade,
start a
motherfucker.
fight. He just grapple on in, kill somebody with a shock rifle, and kill all these standoffs. And look at him so far this game. 21 kills in 9 deaths.
Put in some
The
work, man.
only member
Oh, Renegade
positive
is
right
really
now for
popping
FaZe.
off. Usually it's
They have set him up
Snakebite.
beautifully.
They really kept Snakebite under locks right here. They kept Snakebite on locks right here. And he got
Able to
the
somehow get behind enemy lines, isolate a 1v1, win that 1v1,
and he got the camo.
Does it very
Or he didn't get the camo, but he killed the
It's not
camo.
like
That's
he's
so
taking the
huge.
slowest sneaky route and crouch walking. He's a lot of times
I don't know why niggas use the commando rifle. Like I don't find it viable at all. Nobody found it viable, but pros actually use this.
Pushes with a lot of confidence. Takes fight to a lot
It's like
of
a pea
confidence.
shooter compared to the DMR, but it
Maybe
shoots
MO
faster.
since we First laid eyes on him in the Splice days in H5. The talent that this kid has, unreal. But of course, now the game slows down.
See what Frosty
It's
can
Neil's
do.
pace here. 4 kills separate, but wait a minute, Frosty has a little bit of an opening here.
Yeah, Frosty.
Gosh.
2 kills for that one. Royal 2
Good shit,
picked up
good
the
shit,
first,
good
and
shit,
Frosty
good
gets
shit,
the
good shit,
second.
good
That's gonna put him
slide.
down to 48. One player tucked in the corner. He was
Good.
going through it, and he
Stuck.
does get stuck in the end, but that's only going to be 1 player left alive.
Yeah, boy.
FaZe Clan.
Yeah, boy. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff.
3 kills, 11 deaths. Leading FaZe there to tie this series up. And I was surprised, you know, the game
Big Renegade, big Renegade.
starts up a little bit quicker and then teams slow it down toward the end. FaZe,
That nigga gonna clip
even
that.
though they had the lead,
That nigga gonna clip
they
that.
realized they had numbers advantage and just wanted to end it here and now. They didn't want to wait a minute, let Optic set some sort of miraculous push up,
Yeah.
and see if they can make some sort of comeback.
I'm also impressed with how Frosty was able to just kind of weasel his way behind enemy lines there. Because it really did feel like no one.
So Royal
from
2 is
Optic
Canadian, eh?
had any inclination that there was someone on the flank based on how that play turned out.
Yeah, they've just been so sneaky. They just know these setups, and they know the small opportunities they have to get behind these setups.
Yeah.
Just unorthodox routes across the map.
But as you look at the scoreboard at the bottom of the screen there, something that you should take note, at no point in time did FaZe lose that lead. They
Good
were
stuff,
in
Frosty.
firm control for
Not the best,
entirety of that game.
Not the best run for that
Which
game, but you
after
clutched up at the
losing a
end.
close one in game one, excuse me, in Aquarius CTF, Dave. Most teams, you know, they'll suffer, they'll struggle in those situations, right?
Interference. I'm so happy they brought this map back from Halo 5.
Heck, I even think FaZe Clan would have beaten themselves up at a certain point.
Both maps that they brought back from Halo 5,
Now,
they call this one
they
Interference,
find
and then the
where
other one
those
is called
wins
Solitude.
are, and they do just that, tie it up.
Works of art, bro.
This is
So
gonna be
happy
a
they
long
brought those
series.
maps back.
It
And for the
is.
next
We are in
game,
for
they
a
should
great
learn
one,
from that.
Howard.
If you're not
This
making
next game,
maps
not
that
very
are
long. Like I said,
good,
it's gonna be strong
let's be
holds
honest.
on interference. I believe I correctly said
like
strong
Halo
holds.
Infinite maps
Strong holds on
were
interference.
Yeah.
And this is
a 7 out of 10.
It's a debatable map amongst the top pro teams.
8 out of
They
10, we'll
kinda
say.
hey, it feels
Halo
like some
5
snowball.
multiplayer maps,
We are gonna see these
10 out of
teams
10.
both get their
Halo 5
opportunities
multiplayer
in
was
full
peak.
setups.
Warzone,
It's very
they went
difficult
on
to
a
tell those times when you spawn
Jordan
from a
96,
bunker,
97
spawn
back-to-back
from a
run
team
with
that's
regular
playing that, so
multiplayer and then Halo
expect
5
this one to
Warzone.
be probably the most snowballing mode that we'll see here.
Screw what they want to say
in,
about
the
campaign.
start and
Like,
in the
yo,
series.
now you
just
see
saw
what
they're
you could have
fighting for.
gotten,
The coveted
which was worse.
Halo World Championship trophy
The gameplay's better.
has been with us since,
So
well,
so
I mean,
so there's
since
always
the
a
inception of
trade-off.
this thing,
They,
which is
they
pretty
finally
wild to
made a
think
good
about.
campaign,
Been talking
good
to a lot of
gameplay,
folks here in the venue,
and then they dropped the ball with the
doing podcasts
multiplayer.
and stuff.
In the
10
up
years
in
of
Halo
this, man.
5,
10 years that we've been doing
great,
ACS.
crazy,
So
like
I still
apparently
remember
shitty
email like it was yesterday.
campaign.
It's,
The campaign wasn't
we'll see
that
how it
bad,
goes.
but you didn't get to play.
These
It was pretty
players
bad.
have come
Campaign was bad. But
commentating
it still
on
felt
FaZe
fun.
Clan, as a matter of fact, you know, winning and
But it still felt fun enough. And the reason it felt fun enough was because the multiplayer really carried the game.
Like Tashi's like, oh hey, we're gonna force you to commentate.
I would have rather have.
Come on, man. You know?
Nah, I would.
All right, let's do it.
I'd rather have the best of both worlds. Make a good game with good campaign. Call of Duty does it over and over again.
Break here.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3 they missed. So what they do? They made another game. Here's 2 more.
And he wants to just hold
That's
the
what
support.
Halo
Plus,
needs to
plays
start
right next
doing.
to him, almost gets the ninja, but Lucid gonna get that first slay in favor of Optic, and that's gonna be 2 down apiece. Who's gonna be able to get this OS?
I'm on timing
Denso
with it.
trying to set up for it, but wants to get this first pick before
Vibing with it.
sitting, being the same duck over there on the OS platform. Lucid,
boy.
can he grab it? He does slip over towards Sewer.
Nice. I won't lie, that was
Harry
nice.
is taking all the
But that
shots.
OS just, you know, traded OS for a clip of Frosty's Bandit. You know, I don't know if it works out so well there. It's
The math ain't mathing.
not the most effective OS, but in the end, not in the hands of FaZe.
Oh, good nade. I thought that would have actually killed.
Lucid able to
Surprised that
eventually
didn't
get towards
kill.
Top tower. See how much they're prioritizing this position.
Okay, so let's see the setup that they're gonna go
The only
for
way to really close
because
this tower is throw a grenade or
A
be up
is
the
just
tower
out of the
yourself.
question.
It's
They
really
just gotta go for
difficult
B.
because of those finishing angles there.
they
That's
are
why
getting
they're prioritizing
mopped
this spot so
up,
hard.
bro.
It's gonna be
They're
all
getting
down for a
mopped
moment here
up.
for FaZe.
It's
Optic
sad
go
to
for the
say,
first
but I
trip
think
in,
Optic
and they know
Gaming
the
is gonna
spawns
win
are
this
gonna
one.
be- They know it's going to be in bunker.
They're gonna make this move happen here.
But at least FaZe now have tower. They're going to break out of A. They have tower for a short bit.
Lucid,
As long
bro.
as FaZe can get tower,
Shut down
this
Lucid.
won't
That's
be
what you need to
that
do. Just
bad.
shut down Lucid.
But the fact that Optic were somehow able to push it towards tower and engine 2.
You don't want
this could be
Lucid
the
running
rough
around.
slays going in favor of Optic, and there goes 3 down. They're
Sick of
blocking
this
bunker. That
nigga,
means
bro.
spawns. Well, they're going to be over at Carbine.
And this is the one you want. Big trip cap here for Optic Gaming. They got a good position. It's gonna have to force all these players to have to just go after that B stronghold.
Then players over at B tower, over at Snipe. So able to flip B, didn't spawn over at Carbine, like Optic and myself were expecting. And so not a full set there from Optic. But here comes another OS in the hands of Optic Gaming. But getting peppered down real quick.
Yeah, the overshield certainly has not been playing much of a factor here, but for Optic, at the very least, you keep it out of the hands of FaZe. That will be your, saving grace there. Not much that you can really take out of that, but In any case, now it's going to be FaZe's turn to strike as they'll get some time here with A and B control.
Yeah, and honestly, not bad position for FaZe at all. Yes, they're down by about 60 points right now, but the fact that Optic had a chance to get a potential trip cap and spawn slay and weren't able
That's
to
a nice
capitalize on
little
that, now it's FaZe's chance to get
ledge to
few
know
kills,
about.
and if they can get their full setup, you can get
That's a
way
nice
more
little
than
ledge to
60%.
B starting to get the flip here.
I love the ledges in this map, bro. So good. Somebody, let's go. Somebody push B. Get a tap on B. That's all you need. Just a little tap. Oh, Renegade. Come on, lock in. Wait, Lucid isn't even putting in that much work, but he's putting in a ton of actually, he's putting in the work with assists. Dead Zone is putting in work with kills, but somehow Lucid looked like he was making a bigger impact.
Whatever side FaZe pushes out of, expect the other members of Optic to push on the opposite side. So right here, the push is coming through elbow. Expect Trippy and Dead Zone to make a push on towards Engine.
Frosty's going to make this one very difficult, though, Dave, excuse me, as Dead Zone waits this one out. Frosty was looking for where that target was going to be located. There goes the flip. Trip Cat yet again for Optic Gaming. They've been in control here, man.
So well done there. You saw how Optic saw the push coming over from elbow. Those players that were over at
Sadly, I think Optic wins this one.
stayed alive, they backed down, and
They're
then
just
you saw
stronger.
Trippy
FaZe's
push all
strength
the way
is
towards
Slayer.
A, recap A, and
They're a
give
slaying
Optic
team. They're
temporary
good at getting
trip
kills. But when it comes, usually, I don't know why they get frazzled when it comes to getting points with kills. Get a clean sweep. I don't know why they get frazzled when there's objectives, bro. Get a clean sweep and then go for the objectives after.
You get yourself a nice double for this one. Job well done. And Frosty, though, big kill.
Good shit, Frosty.
Frosty
Good
taking
shit,
it into his own
Frosty.
hands, dealing with that overshield. You'll notice at this high level of play,
It's not easy to deal with an
players are gonna look
overshield
for
like that,
melee
even if it's a
trades. They're
half
gonna look to lay
overshield.
down a bunch of shots. They realize that if they don't deal with OS, it's just going to be a problem for all their teammates to deal with. Sometimes at lower levels of matchmaking or lower levels of play, you'll see players just only hightail it away from the OS, saying, I can't win this battle. But at some point, you have to deal with the OS players, and these top teams are opting to deal with it immediately.
Dead Zone might have a big play here toward Engine side. He backs out, though, for a sec. Renegade around the left corner. He's so weak.
Take C, take C, take C, take C, take C. That's a good setup. A and C is probably a better setup than A and B right now.
Renegade, though, won't be able
B
to
is
stay
so
alive long
open,
enough
it's
to benefit from
disgusting.
That's actually leading to a double kill for Trippy. So 2 down for FaZe. And I like the way that Optic, they've really just not let
Can
up
somebody
on
push C?
FaZe at all. And that is exactly what you need to do. To
All dead?
establish yourself
All
in
dead.
this series here and be able to get that second
Good
win.
kill.
They've had such a
Who
good
got him?
plan, too, when they
Snake
had
bite.
two strong
Snake
holds
bite got him.
They've tried to set up good setups, good traps.
Now they're
and
getting their setup a bit
basically
more.
rotate over to get that third stronghold or defend their stronghold. And this one's been playing a little bit different than what we've seen over at something like Salt Lake City, where there's just way more trip caps and teams going
Tap A, tap A. You don't want them to even have that little ting of tip.
a lot of double caps and a
No
lot
diddy.
of Optic staying in the driver's seat.
It's like a Jamaican saying.
Oh,
Tip some water in the
play
pot
there,
type
trying
shit.
his best, but been able to stay alive for longer there, and FaZe now looking to cross that 100-point threshold themselves, but as it stands, they will be successful in doing so. You have an overshield up for grabs again. So far, it has been
Thank
all
you.
Optic
Somebody
with top
taps
right of
it.
control on the map.
Royal, come on, lock in, Canadian boy.
Again here, unless
Good
they
nade.
form out here by Engine
That's
side.
it. Just keep some pressure on. Actually, Royal playing proper.
5 for 5, I believe.
Keep the pressure on until your teammates come back. And they got C somehow.
Either way,
I didn't even see that
Optic
happening.
just had to hold
No pun
those players
intended.
Back over towards the A stronghold, and as they cleared out tower, as they cleared out elbow, A was
Optic takes this
was
one,
gonna
sadly.
fall in their favor. So you didn't see those players from
They're just
Optic
better with
specifically
these
normal
ones.
decide to charge
When it comes to
over
objective, they play as a team very well. They know what they're doing as a team. When it comes to 1v1s, FaZe is FaZe, you know? Like, that's what FaZe does.
FaZe trying to keep Dead Zone at bay here inside of the loading dock, because if he contributes to that fight,
FaZe did so well just to come back from the losers bracket,
they are gonna be
too.
able to get it and start to add some points to the board.
I'm so sad.
FaZe plan get themselves a trip cap of their own.
FaZe got 3 down there from Optic. Expect them to try to flip this for a trip cap. Looks like they
Back,
spotted
back,
Dead
back.
Zone
Nice. Take C.
over at the carbine. And they're
Somebody
gonna
take A.
flip
Somebody
C.
cap
At the
A.
same time, looks like Optic might have a chance to flip A. But this is actually okay. As long as FaZe can hold this top tower, they don't mind Optic getting A for a moment. Because
Okay, they got one down.
And be able to kill these players over at Bunker and at Engine 2.
They're both- it's
and go
3
for another trip cap. So let's
3-2
see
right now.
when FaZe decide to strike here.
They could try to tap
Also,
it.
Optic break out and get broke out.
Yeah.
That's a bit
A and C. I like
surprising.
A and C
Right here, they were
for
expecting
FaZe
to
right
keep
now.
them contained
I like
over here
A and
at
C for
Bunker
FaZe a
and
little
Engine.
bit better.
And Optic wasted no time, rotated out and got B. They realized A was a futile battle. They were not going to win at A.
Yeah.
Can somebody grab C, please? Please.
Quick split-second decision.
No.
Obviously netted them the overtime victory in map number 1 here. See the overshield now going to be coming up again. Is it going to be FaZe's turn to be able to get control of that, or will
Nah,
Optic
it's done.
grab it yet again?
Good job,
Can
good
FaZe
job, good
manage
job.
to do so? Maybe they
We
can
knew
keep
that they
the
were gonna
snowball here.
clap them
Problem
when it
is,
came to
Optic,
this.
They're gaining points and they're gaining fast. But Frosty's got this overshield, and finally FaZe has something. But is it too little, too late?
Not too little too late, not on this map and mode. Keep in mind at any moment, if FaZe get that elusive trip cap full setup, they could carry this one out through the rest of the game. They could easily go on a 110-point run.
Nah,
The trick
but,
is, they gotta get them all 4 down. Right here, Trippy and Lucid both fell. Can they find Dead Zone and Formal quick enough? They find Dead Zone. Where is Formal though?
Oh my days. Why are we not just set up around the goddamn...
Actually, a trade.
Kudos to Optic for so many times not getting into all 4 down scenario. They seem to be choosing the right
Good
route
cap,
to
good
rotate
cap,
out
good
and
cap.
get away and not just get pinned down. So great plays there by Optic. But Heroes attempt.
I remember you used to be able to ground
Very,
smash
See how they
the
slip out of here.
that little thing in the middle.
Dead zone. Getting a nice flip over here towards the hall.
No,
Andy
no.
Over in connector.
Yes. Frosty's still alive.
Does not get
Good Frosty. Good man. Fuck it. This guy had to waste time shooting Frosty. Get him off of B, bro. Someone take C. Just take C. Just take C. Take C. ASAP. Royal 2 is on C right now. They're swarming C though because they know that they're going to want to take that. How we going to let one solo? You got to know that somebody's going to be there, bro.
Only 5 points remaining. It's up to Renegade,
Fuck.
but he can't do anything about it. You got 3 points left. Is anyone in the vicinity? It ain't gonna happen. Wow. Optic Gaming 1 step closer to fighting for a world championship and the run back against SSG. But they started off that one, Dave, hot from the start. And you mentioned it, right? You were talking about how interference can be snowbally, can sometimes be a detriment to you if you don't get that hot start, and that is exactly what we saw. I think even though the overshields didn't really play much of a role in that game, I do think it kind of tells you.
Come on, FaZe.
Well, I'm just
Let's
saying,
bring it back.
We didn't
Let's
see
bring it back in.
Translate into like them getting a cap or that position
well,
or that
and
player.
what I mean by that
those
is
kills. That's a fair point there.
Yeah.
But those overshields were massive. They never once allowed FaZe to.
Oh, but that was going to be my point, right? My point was that even though the overshields, they trained and they got shredded when they picked them up, FaZe never had that, which means FaZe never had mapping, which means FaZe just struggled to be able to stop Optic every single time those micro objectives were coming up. And then if they're struggling with that, well, it makes sense they were struggling with everything else as well, because Optic had unreal positioning. And really just, you can see even the way they take these fights. They never take the fight with one person. Very rarely would they seek to do that. And 9 times out of 10, they're going in there, they got one person for the initiation, and then they have another person following right behind. It's so well coordinated, and that's why they managed to snowball this one early on.
Yeah, and also the bigger part too there from Optic is just very rarely get in an all 4 down scenario.
Yeah.
They did a great job of buying time, being in separate spots so they couldn't just all get collapsed on at once from FaZe. And never allowed an extended trip cap at all. And it was just, like you said, they were in firm control. It was a interesting game of strongholds and interference. Not the way I expected that to play out.
Not at all, not at all. But here we are, folks. Optic Gaming on series points to make it, to compete for another world championship. Lucid Al
Take
Gaib?
it to another finals here.
Lucid Al Gaib?
You see, he planned to get that OS. He
saw it
planned to
the whole
take
time.
those shots. Just part of his humble plan.
It's the hair. Definitely. Because, you got Timothy Chalamet with his hair, right? So it makes sense that Lucid's got it.
And also not wasting water. What a Lucid Al Gaib.
Very efficient. There he is. Shout out, by the way, to the crew who put this event together. You know, from the
Lucid, who do you think is the real hero here? Oh, you see that at home?
It's him.
You're the real hero.
You're the real hero?
You fans at home are the real heroes. And fans here, of course.
Say Lucid isn't the best. Draw 25. That is a crappy game of Uno, I'll tell you that much. Oh, man. I think FaZe are looking to make their own Uno reversal happen here. Try and pick up this oddball streets game, and also do want to commend myself for that segue. But, you know, that's just me speaking to myself here, entertaining an audience of one. But as for everyone here in the building, entertained profusely by what we've been seeing so far between Optic Gaming and FaZe Clan. What an excellent series this has been. That guy was feeling it. Oh boy. He's yelling.
No, Optic gotta be feeling good going in here to Oddball though.
Let's
Oddball on the streets.
Let's do it. Let's do a little survey with the crowd. You guys think Optic gonna go to the finals? What about the FaZe fans? Where the FaZe fans at? Ooh, all right. And no surprise, Optic's got a decent amount of support here.
Want to check on the undecided voters?
I don't talk to them. Oh man, the tension. You could definitely feel it for FaZe. An opportunity for them to defend their championship is on the line, and here we go. If Optic Gaming win this one, it's done, it's dusted. They're moving on to the grand finals. FaZe need to force this game 5. And we talked about this on the desk earlier. If FaZe can make it to that game 5, that is where this series really gets interesting. But they're gonna need to overcome this one first and foremost in order to be able to compete in that game 5 situation.
One thing I've also noticed that's been interesting here from Frosty on streets is every single time he goes towards back pizza and just does jumping shots. He doesn't want to go up that driveway to put himself in a position to take a few shots and get hit by a finishing grenade. So he's been super successful when we've seen that from first person POV, and then almost turn and burns that fight there with the Stalker rifle.
That was awesome, by the way. The repulse to throw off the crosshair, the shots, you know, that were doing heavy damage, everything about that was brilliant, but it is not going to mean all that much as Optic Gaming will get control of the oddball, and they'll get themselves a decent setup over here toward the PD side of the map.
And I think right now they just have to realize what information they have. They know there's no one on Neon at the moment, so that means the push is coming in from B and Tires. Snakebite did such a great job breaking behind enemy lines and getting inside PD, but all for nothing as everyone is down across the map except for Lucid. Lucid gonna grab a few seconds of time and see where these players spawn. Right now, Lucid's just most worried about, can they get a close spawn over on B or at Cafe? And since he saw his teammates spawn over at Cafe, he was looking over towards B.
Formal now ran right into the loving hands of a member of FaZe Clan there, but Lucid will continue to just benefit from time with the ball. Here comes Frosty though for a push. And you can see some of those some kills starting to come through here, and also
to play ball
coming up. He's got to throw this one out in the middle. Camouflage up for grabs here in a moment. Formal should be able to get the kill against Renegade in the corner, but instead it's going to be a trade. Now Lucid, one shot, is going to be surrounded by members of FaZe Clan. Can't quite stay alive here, but he does so. He really is the boy who lives. It's incredible.
Just doing so much action. He's behind enemy lines here, and he gets 2 different players to one shot. That's Frosty and one other to one shot. So this should buy some openings across the map here for Optic to push out. We got to wonder, do you feel like Trippy's playing a little too passive there? But it looks like the reason for his passivity was he wanted that camo. Snags this power up. Coach Lunchbox and Optic been doing a great job on top of those overshields and camos.
Yeah, it really has been the name of the game for Optic, and it's hard to win these closely contested matches between evenly matched teams like this when you're not being able to pick up those power items, when you're not able to get that map control efficiently. And for FaZe, who have been so great on the Slay and have just really made their presence felt that way, kind of shocking to see them really just struggle to be able to get any kind of control when those moments happen.
Another great setup here coming out of Optic. They bring the ball back towards A. It seems like they, I wouldn't say favor the side, but it seems like it has been the side that's been open to them. We have yet to really see Optic ever be over at Tram side of the map yet.
The oddball likes to be over toward the PD side. Might like the safety and security. I don't know. This should be a clean connection there. So You'll remove that
Beast
player
is
from
clear.
it, and here comes the tram run.
Yep, this is what happens when you spread out across these lanes across the map. You basically have people watching over towards B side and then Neon and Cafe side with ball sitting in the center. And you start to find out, all right, we're not seeing anyone here on B side. Get ready to rotate in this direction. And then as soon as they get a kill, it's go, 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 because you know that FaZe aren't gonna overload all 4 players in one spot. Instead, they're gonna do a scattered push across the map. And so they can get the 1 kill on B side, charge through if there's anyone else, get that kill, and outrun the other members of FaZe, forcing them to either charge across the center of the map into tires or be out-rotated by the ball. And because of that, we have a 72-point lead here for Optic Gaming in round 1.
Oh, big win for Snake
That was
Bite.
nasty.
Yeah, he needed that win big time, so maybe they could work with this. They only have a few seconds to work with, and now you have to be perfect, and you have to charge. You have no other choice here, or else this round's gonna go to Optic.
No, Snakebite's hoping another teammate could get in there a little quicker, but they end up getting the stop. All that matters is that they get the stop and get a full setup. So now FaZe putting themselves in a corner, making it do or die. It's really tough to get a proper, play ball here on streets, especially when the other team only is 6 points away. Yes, you can stop them from getting a full setup, but Optic's not in a spot where they need a full setup. They need 6 points.
Yeah, that's all, and right now Optic's stuck in the subway. You're gonna have to pay for a Metro card to get out of it.
Just jump the rail, man. Get out of there.
Wow, look at you, criminal Dave. Didn't expect that. You're 42 as well.
But think about how much money I've saved over the years.
Fair point, fair point. Big brain plays from Walsh.
All the good Halo and illegal life tips you'd like on one broadcast.
94-42. FaZe has done a great job trying to bring themselves back into this, but they cannot make a single mistake. If they do, that's it. The round is done. I mean, look, is there an opportunity? Maybe they play ball, as you had mentioned before. Could they maybe stop them, get 1 second or 2 for sure? But it is going to be so risky and so difficult against Optic. Oh, I like this play.
I like that Shroud. Felt like it came out a little late. But either way, Snakebite gets shrouded. And here comes the defense. They have to get these kills. There's really no other way around it. Somehow gets the triple kill. Formal, only one left in PD. Gonna get flanked by Royal 2. And Formal's desperately trying to finish off that ball carrier. Doesn't get it. Now we're actually within striking distance. FaZe, only 30 points away from winning this round. They really just need 1 more round of slays here against Optic.
Gotta be careful. That camo's up and it was grabbed instantly. But it was Snakebite that grabbed it.
FaZe not just grabbing this ball just yet. They realize this comes down to the kills. There they get a slay here.
I think I gotta pick it up.
That's gonna be 2 down players from Optic spawning.
Oh,
that
wait, that's Lucid. Never mind. Okay, actually,
that's different POV.
I was about to say, no
Confused
shot.
me for a second.
Sorry about that, folks, but we'll make sure we get that sorted out. In any case, that was Lucid who ended up grabbing that camo, but could not really get in there. And I know we were freaking out for a minute. So I'm like, why is he shooting World 2?
Is there some inner team drama we don't know about yet?
Not yet, though.
Ooh, 2 down there for Optic.
Yep.
Dead zone behind enemy lines. Him and Lucid are going to be a tandem pair here, trying to get the slays. In fact, they might get this kill and then run towards PD for the last few seconds. This one's going to be a difficult decision here. But Dead Zone Lucid buying time.
They gotta
Can
get him
they
out.
live here? They somehow clear all these members. This is going to be grabbing these last few seconds. They run in towards PD. Nobody from FaZe in position to get this kill. And Dead Zone going to grab those last 2 points.
Well
and
played.
round 1 going to Optic as they breathe a sigh of relief because that got scary at the end.
That really did. There was a point in time where Optic was just outslaying FaZe heavily in that one too. They come back within 2 frags for FaZe Clan, or excuse me, for Optic Gaming, 39-37. So goes to show you FaZe really turning things around. And honestly, even when I look at the scoreboard there, I'm seeing Renegade doing some work on the assist category. I know he's usually the main Slayer. You usually see him doing a lot of stat damage, or sorry, a lot of damage in the stats rather. But this time around, he's putting in a ton of support.
Just trying to fish over at the ATMs, gets that first pick, second player weak, and all these members at FaZe stuck at Tram again. It felt like that whole last first round, felt like whatever team was spawning Tram was losing.
That's actually a really good point. And as we see things flip around this time around, they're going to go for the Tram hold Optic Gaming. Last time it was that PD hold that they were finding a ton of success with. Now they bring it back over to the opposite side of the map and mix things up a bit.
Optic showing their versatility. They're not just going to force one specific setup here. They're going to take what's given to them. And there goes 3 down again. Royal 2, they went alive. I would expect Royal 2 to wait for his teammates to spawn here before he tries to force a push. And yes, he's going to keep up a little extra ground. It looks like he found a fight, and unfortunately, Royal 2 gets picked off. This is now a staggered spawn, and this puts the other members of FaZe in a difficult spot. You see this extra pressure coming in from Optic because they're basically forcing FaZe to get another staggered spawn or force them to try to make a weird push across these stairs.
Yeah, and actually, Royal 2, you can see him on the flank looking to make a play, and there's just nowhere really for FaZe that will go, that they can get to Optic without being peppered with a few shots or being met by another member of Optic, because they've just been doing such a brilliant job of holding hands.
Sorry, I was muted. What I was showing y'all was before this morning, there's some Callaloo, some plantain, pickle bagel, you know. I didn't really eat today, so
Flowers. What is Frosty gonna do?
I'm more of a
Like
nocturnal
Slade
animal.
Is the play here in this situation just too chaotic? Renegade's already fallen. 2 players here on B Street. Frosty runs into a 1v2, doesn't wait for the death, and Trippy goes out towards caution.
Remember, folks, Optic Gaming, they got
Let's
that
chase the
first round.
sweet with the salty. The plantain is very ripe, very sweet.
Optic are just too
So right
good
now
at
I'm trying
rotating that
some
ball that you're rarely gonna ever catch that ball carrier off
sweet
guard.
and savory.
And those are the kills you dream of. You dream of that ball carrier soaking up that damage like a tank, and then somebody else getting that free kill, and they're free to slay.
Optic Gaming about to cross the 50-point line here. 50 more to go, and they'll be making their way to the grand finals of the Halo
Every
World
time, word
Championships
two,
2024 to run
every
back
time it
against
hits.
SSG. It's been Optic and SSG all year long, but FaZe wants to get involved in the conversation as well. They're going to have to do it now. At some point, you got to get into that trend. You have to remove those players from the subway. Otherwise, this is going to end very quickly. And Optic,
If you're a Star Wars fan, make sure to check out my Star Wars video on Twitch or Kick. It'll also be on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube, Dyer Live, capital D-Y-E-R.
There's 3 players towards